Chapter 1. These are the words which Moses spoke to all Israel beyond the Jordan in the wilderness, in the Arabah over against Suph, between Paran and Tophel, and Laban, and Hazeroth, and Dizahab. It is 11 days' journey from Horeb by the way of Mount Seir to Kadesh Barnea. It happened in the 40th year, in the 11th month, on the first day of the month, that Moses spoke to the children of Israel, according to all that the Lord had given him in commandment to them, after he had struck Sihon the king of the Amorites, who lived in Heshbon, and Og the king of Bashan, who lived in Ashtaroth at Edrei. Beyond the Jordan in the land of Moab began Moses to declare this law, saying, The Lord our God spoke to us in Horeb, saying, You have lived long enough in this mountain. Turn and take your journey and go to the hill country of the Amorites, and to all the places near there, in the Arabah, in the hill country, and in the lowland, and in the south, and by the seashore, the land of the Canaanites and Lebanon, as far as the great river, the river Euphrates. Behold, I have set the land before you. Go in and possess the land which the Lord swore to your fathers, to Abraham, to Isaac, and to Jacob, to give to them and to their seed after them. I spoke to you at that time, saying, I am not able to bear you myself alone. The Lord your God has multiplied you, and behold, you are this day as the stars of the sky for multitude. The Lord, the God of your fathers, make you 1,000 times as many as you are, and bless you as he has promised you. How can I myself alone bear your encumbrance, and your burden, and your strife? Take wise men of understanding, and well known according to your tribes, and I will make them heads over you. You answered me and said, The thing of which you have spoken is good for us to do. So I took the heads of your tribes, wise men, and known, and made them heads over you, captains of thousands, and captains of hundreds, and captains of 50s, and captains of 10s, and officers, according to your tribes. I charged your judges at that time, saying, Hear the causes between your brothers, and judge righteously between a man and his brother, and the foreigner who is living with them. You shall not show partiality in judgment. You shall hear the small and the great alike, and you shall not be afraid of the face of man. For the judgment is God's, and the cause that is too hard for you you shall bring to me, and I will hear it. I commanded you at that time all things which you should do. We traveled from Horeb, and went through all that great and terrible wilderness which you saw, by the way to the hill country of the Amorites, as the Lord our God commanded us, and we came to Kadesh Barnea. I said to you, You are come to the hill country of the Amorites, which the Lord our God gives to us. Behold, the Lord your God has set the land before you. Go up, take possession as the Lord, the God of your fathers, has spoken to you. Don't be afraid, neither be dismayed. You came near to me, every one of you, and said, Let us send men before us, that they may search the land for us, and bring word again of the way by which we must go up, and the cities to which we shall come. The thing pleased me well, and I took 12 men of you, 1 man for every tribe, and they turned and went up into the hill country, and came to the valley of Eshcol, and spied it out. They took of the fruit of the land in their hands, and brought it down to us, and brought us word again, and said, It is a good land which the Lord our God gives us. Yet you wouldn't go up, but rebelled against the commandment of the Lord your God. And you murmured in your tents, and said, Because the Lord hated us, he has brought us forth out of the land of Egypt, to deliver us into the hand of the Amorites, to destroy us. Why are we going up? Our brothers have made our heart to melt, saying, The people are greater and taller than we. The cities are great and fortified up to the sky, and moreover we have seen the sons of the Anakim there. Then I said to you, Don't dread, neither be afraid of them. The Lord your God who goes before you, he will fight for you, according to all that he did for you in Egypt before your eyes, and in the wilderness, where you have seen how that the Lord your God bore you, as a man does bear his son, in all the way that you went, until you came to this place. Yet in this thing you didn't believe the Lord your God, who went before you in the way to seek you out a place to pitch your tents in fire by night, to show you by what way you should go, and in the cloud by day. The Lord heard the voice of your words, and was angry, and swore, saying, Surely there shall not one of these men of this evil generation see the good land which I swore to give to your fathers, save Caleb the son of Jephunneh. He shall see it, and to him will I give the land that he has trodden on, and to his children, because he has wholly followed the Lord. Also the Lord was angry with me for your sake, saying, You also shall not go in there. Joshua the son of Nun, who stands before you, he shall go in there. Encourage him, for he shall cause Israel to inherit it. Moreover, your little ones, whom you said should be a prey, and your children, who this day have no knowledge of good or evil, they shall go in there, and to them will I give it, and they shall possess it. But as for you, turn and take your journey into the wilderness by the way to the Red Sea. Then you answered and said to me, We have sinned against the Lord. We will go up and fight according to all that the Lord our God commanded us. You girded on every man his weapon of war, and were forward to go up into the hill country. The Lord said to me, Tell them, Don't go up, neither fight, for I am not among you, lest you be struck before your enemies. So I spoke to you, and you didn't listen, but you rebelled against the commandment of the Lord, and were presumptuous, and went up into the hill country. The Amorites who lived in that hill country came out against you, and chased you as bees do, and beat you down in Seir, even to Hormah. You returned and wept before the Lord, but the Lord didn't listen to your voice, nor gave ear to you. So you abode in Kadesh many days, according to the days that you abode there.
Psalm 81, for the chief musician, on an instrument of Gath, by Asaph. Sing aloud to God our strength. Make a joyful shout to the God of Jacob. Raise a song and bring here the tambourine, the pleasant lyre with the harp. Blow the trumpet at the new moon, at the full moon on our feast day. For it is a statute for Israel, an ordinance of the God of Jacob. He appointed it in Joseph for a testimony when he went out over the land of Egypt. I heard a language that I didn't know. I removed his shoulder from the burden. His hands were freed from the basket. You called in trouble, and I delivered you. I answered you in the secret place of thunder. I tested you at the waters of Meribah. Hear, my people, and I will testify to you, Israel, if you would listen to me. There shall be no strange god in you, neither shall you worship any foreign god. I am Yahweh, your God, who brought you up out of the land of Egypt. Open your mouth wide, and I will fill it. But my people didn't listen to my voice. Israel desired none of me. So I let them go after the stubbornness of their hearts, that they might walk in their own counsels. Oh, that my people would listen to me, that Israel would walk in my ways. I would soon subdue their enemies, and turn my hand against their adversaries. The haters of Yahweh would cringe before him, and their punishment would last forever. But he would have also fed them with the finest of wheat. I will satisfy you with honey out of the rock. Psalm 82, a psalm by Asaph. God presides in the great assembly. He judges among the gods. How long will you judge unjustly and show partiality to the wicked? Defend the weak, the poor, and the fatherless. Maintain the rights of the poor and oppressed. Rescue the weak and needy. Deliver them out of the hand of the wicked. They don't know, neither do they understand. They walk back and forth in darkness. All the foundations of the earth are shaken. I said, you are gods. All of you are sons of the Most High. Nevertheless you shall die like men, and fall like one of the rulers. Arise, God, judge the earth, for you inherit all of the nations.
Chapter 29. Ho, Ariel, Ariel, the city where David encamped. Add you year to year, let the feast come round. Then will I distress Ariel, and there shall be mourning and lamentation, and she shall be to me as Ariel. I will encamp against you round about, and will lay siege against you with posted troops, and I will raise siege works against you. You shall be brought down, and shall speak out of the ground, and your speech shall be brought low out of the dust, and your voice shall be as of one who has a familiar spirit out of the ground, and your speech shall whisper out of the dust. But the multitude of your foes shall be like small dust, and the multitude of the awesome ones as chaff that passes away. Yes, it shall be in an instant, suddenly. She shall be visited of the Lord of hosts with thunder, and with earthquake, and great noise, with whirlwind and tempest, and the flame of a devouring fire. The multitude of all the nations that fight against Ariel, even all who fight against her in her stronghold and who distress her, shall be as a dream, a vision of the night. It shall be as when a hungry man dreams, and behold, he eats, but he awakes, and his soul is empty. Or as when a thirsty man dreams, and behold, he drinks, but he awakes, and behold, he is faint, and his soul has appetite. So shall the multitude of all the nations be that fight against Mount Zion. Stay you and wonder, take your pleasure and be blind. They are drunken, but not with wine. They stagger, but not with strong drink. For the Lord has poured out on you the spirit of deep sleep, and has closed your eyes, the prophets, and your heads the seers he has covered. All vision is become to you as the words of a book that is sealed, which men deliver to one who is learned, saying, Read this, I pray you. And he says, I can't, for it is sealed. And the book is delivered to him who is not learned, saying, Read this, I pray you. And he says, I am not learned. The Lord said, Because this people draw near to me with their mouth and with their lips to honor me, but have removed their heart far from me, and the fear of me is a commandment of men which has been taught them. Therefore, behold, I will proceed to do a marvelous work among this people, even a marvelous work and a wonder, and the wisdom of their wise men shall perish, and the understanding of their prudent men shall be hid. Woe to those who hide deep their counsel from the Lord, and whose works are in the dark, who say, Who sees us, and who knows us? You turn things upside down. Shall the potter be esteemed as clay, that the thing made should say of him who made it, He didn't make me? Or the thing formed say of him who formed it, He has no understanding? Is it not yet a very little while, and Lebanon shall be turned into a fruitful field, and the fruitful field shall be esteemed as a forest? In that day shall the deaf hear the words of the book, and the eyes of the blind shall see out of obscurity and out of darkness. The humble also shall increase their joy in the Lord, and the poor among men shall rejoice in the Holy One of Israel. For the terrible one is brought to nothing, and the scoffer ceases, and all those who watch for iniquity are cut off, that make a man an offender in his cause, and lay a snare for him who reproves in the gate, and turn aside the just with a thing of nothing. Therefore thus says the Lord, who redeemed Abraham, concerning the house of Jacob, Jacob shall not now be ashamed, neither shall his face now wax pale. But when he sees his children, the work of my hands in the midst of him, they shall sanctify my name. Yes, they shall sanctify the Holy One of Jacob, and shall stand in awe of the God of Israel. They also who err in spirit shall come to understanding, and those who murmur shall receive instruction.
John's third letter. The elder, to Gaius the beloved, whom I love in truth. Beloved, I pray that you may prosper in all things and be healthy, even as your soul prospers. For I rejoiced greatly when brothers came and testified about your truth, even as you walk in truth. I have no greater joy than this, to hear about my children walking in truth. Beloved, you do a faithful work in whatever you accomplish for those who are brothers and strangers. They have testified about your love before the assembly. You will do well to send them forward on their journey in a manner worthy of God, because for the sake of the name they went out, taking nothing from the Gentiles. We therefore ought to receive such, that we may be fellow workers for the truth. I wrote to the assembly, but Diotrephes, who loves to be first among them, doesn't accept what we say. Therefore, if I come, I will call attention to his deeds which he does, unjustly accusing us with wicked words. Not content with this, neither does he himself receive the brothers, and those who would he forbids, and throws out of the assembly. Beloved, don't imitate that which is evil, but that which is good. He who does good is of God. He who does evil hasn't seen God. Demetrius has the testimony of all, and of the truth itself, yes, we also testify, and you know that our testimony is true. I had many things to write to you, but I am unwilling to write to you with ink and pen. But I hope to see you soon, and we will speak face to face. Peace be to you. The friends greet you. Greet the friends by name.